everybody, welcome to another episode of Nerdy Knickknacks, where I show you guys how to create nerdy inspired crafts. Today I'm headed to Denver Comic Con, and I am going as Samantha or Sam from Totally Spies. And to go with my cosplay, I wanted to make their compact that they have in the show. So if you guys are interested in how I made this compact, then keep on watching. The things you'll need to make this Totally Spies compact will be a compact, of course, some air dry clay, a fork, a paintbrush, a clay tool, Sculpey clay in the colors Desert Rose as well as Emerald, acrylic paint in blue, white, and red to make the appropriate purple color. Once you have your materials ready to begin, so I grabbed this fairly large compact, as you can see besides laying against my hand right there. I chose a large compact because I wanted to use it to fit cards, so that way at Comic-Con I kind of had a purse that would dual as like a cool prop that I would use for my Sam cosplay. Obviously if you can't find one this big, no worries, I just wanted to use it for my cards. So the first step we're going to need to do is obviously take out all of the makeup. Now for me this wasn't such a big deal for me because this color doesn't match my skin and I got it on clearance. However, if you want to use a compact that you've already used all the product out of, that would be a good way to upcycle that compact. We also have a little cameo appearance made by Edgar as he kept trying to sniff all of the powder that I kept scooping out of this compact. Once you've scooped out as much makeup as you can from the compact, go ahead and clean the compact completely in the sink and dry it off as best as you can. Next we're going to grab our DOS air dry clay as well as a bowl of water as you see to the left of my plate. The water is important when you're handling this DOS air dry clay. It helps to keep the clay moist so it doesn't crack on you, and also if you apply it to your hands it won't stick as much to you. Once you've applied a generous amount of water to your hands, go ahead and start handling the clay and kneading it. You're going to eventually want to flatten the clay out completely, either using your hands or some sort of object, and create a circle that will be able to encompass the surface area of the top of the compact. Once you've flattened your clay to the appropriate size to cover the surface area of the top of the compact, go ahead and lay it down. I would recommend using air dry clay here because once you've laid down this air dry clay on top of the compact, it actually will stay onto it because it's made of plastic at the top, and with it being air dry you don't have to worry about taking it off and baking it. So once you've done that, you're going to want to start shaping the very front of the compact. To begin, you're going to want to grab a small piece of clay, flatten it down into a small circular shape, and use your clay tool to create a little hole that will eventually insert the little green laser part that you see in the picture. After you've gotten that secured on, you're going to want to create a little mound that is right next to or on top of that little part that we just added. Hopefully that makes sense, but you can see it in the picture right next to us, and you're going to want to shape that and flatten that down. And just do your best to try and replicate the same shape. Now I'm mainly just focusing on the top of the compact in terms of shape, but you're more than welcome to do the bottom as well. Next you're going to want to grab some more of that DOS air dry clay and flatten it out as thin as you can. Our next step in creating the compact is to create the little circle part you see at the very top of the compact. So that's what I'm doing here. So smooth out the edges of your circle, lay it on as best as you can on top of the compact, and once you like the placement, start smoothing it out with your fingers as well as the clay tool. Once you're finished with that, we're going to move on to the little heart that you see at the very top of the compact. So you're going to want to grab your Sculpey Desert Rose clay and start creating a heart shape. So for me, what I did was I flattened the clay first, then used my clay tool to free draw a heart. If that might be too difficult for you, you can always try finding a very tiny heart-shaped cookie cutter online or possibly in stores. Once I cut that out, I'm just shaping the heart into the appropriate size and shape for the compact using my clay tool as well as my hands. So once I am satisfied with my heart shape, I'm just going to place it onto the side and grab my emerald green clay because we're going to make the little laser you see at the very front of the compact. This is pretty easy. All you have to do is make it into a circle and then flatten it out. Just make sure that little green piece fits into the hole as you can see here, and now we're going to bake those 2 polymer pieces at 275 in the oven for 15 minutes. While we're waiting for our 2 polymer pieces to bake, you're going to want to grab your clay tool and draw a line straight through the center of the compact. As an aside, don't draw the line all the way through. You're going to want to make sure and keep the clay all on the top side of the compact when you flip it up. So once you've smoothed everything out, allow your air dry clay to dry for about 24 to 36 hours. Once everything has dried and has been baked and cooled, you're going to want to grab your red, white, and blue acrylic paint. Now when you're mixing this paint together to try and create the color of the compact, this compact color is a more red-based purple, so make sure when you're mixing, add more red than blue. Once you're happy with the paint color, go ahead and open your compact like I'm doing here and begin painting. You only need to paint the top, bottom, and the sides of the compact. You don't need to paint the inside, as you won't be able to really see it unless that's some detail that you would like to add. Once you've got a nice coat of paint onto your compact, you're going to want to allow it to dry for 1 to 2 hours until the paint is no longer wet to the touch. Once your paint has dried, grab your 2 little pieces we made earlier and hot glue them on. Just as an aside, I would not use hot glue when gluing these on. I would try and use a different and stronger adhesive. The green laser part did stay on, however the heart did fall off when I was using it at Comic-Con. Just as an aside, here is a close-up shot. I am actually really happy with how my compact turned out. Hope you guys liked it too.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys found this compact inspiring for you to make if you decide to do a cosplay as Sam, Clover, or Alex from Totally Spies, or if you just want this just because you want this. I will see you guys later. I'm headed to Comic-Con